Welcome to PodApplaud, the Monday through Friday podcast that aims to enable your podcast habit. I'm your host, Seb, and today we're going to talk about the podcast Cryptonaturalist. Cryptonaturalist is, it defies categorization. But to capture your attention, it is a humorous, cryptid-focused anthology of poetry, world-building, and storytelling hosted by a mounted man. It might make more sense later. I'll try my best. Regardless, the show is created by Jared Anderson. Episodes tend to hover around the 15-minute mark and release every second week. The show is safe for all ages. Usually, at this point, I would quote show descriptions or the About section of a show's website, but I feel like I need to get right into describing this cast. The Cryptonaturalist revolves around its titular character, the Cryptonaturalist. This mountain man character, who is acted with quite the folksy Appalachian accent, serves as the show's viewpoint into the world. And boy, does our craggy friend love the world. Most episodes start with a passionate monologue of humankind's relationship to the surrounding world and all the life therein, both mundane and of the legendary variety. That's where the cryptids come in. These monologues are weirdly poetic yet meandering, philosophical yet frivolous. At some point, the monologue either gives way to a first-person recollection or the mountain man narrates a writer-submitted story focused upon an interaction with a cryptid or experience beyond the possibilities of our world. These sections are called hidden lore segments. The other recurring segment is a guest cryptonaturalist delivering a similar world-bending account via transmission or audio recording. There have been some pretty impressive guest cryptonaturalists, including Adel Rafai, Justin McElroy, Sarah Rhea Warner, and other familiar voices from the podcasting realm. Between the opening monologue and these segments, you are treated to more mountain man musings. One moment he is just waxing poetic about forest and natural imagery, and the next he's quoting William Butler Yeats or John Muir. Then immediately he is making comments about kinetic seals or his Winnebago named Cassandra. The show is a ride down the mountainside with no seatbelt on. It is hard for me to describe the show because looking back, I'm not sure there would have been a description that could have prepared me for this show. I find myself latching on to something in the show, thinking about it a moment, only to realize that the show is charged further into the unknown. I really enjoy all the writing, poetry, and just general collaboration going on with the show. The world this podcast inhabits is unique and inspiring. I really like concepts such as the half-remembered forest from episode 8, for example. I also really like that all the mythical, cryptic creatures are new imaginings instead of being dredged from pop culture and our current earthly lore. The way an idea is brought up in the beginning and then expanded upon in the hidden lore or other parts of the episodes is a treat as well. I think the fervor of the episodes for me is the bouncy cadence and accent that our narrator speaks in. It can be difficult sometimes to follow along with everything being said. This isn't a podcast you put on as background noise to accompany you while you focus on something else. This show demands your attention. There's a lot going on, and you'll get much more out of it if you are present for it. Okay, so here on PodApplaud, I rate shows on a 1 to 5 scale. 1 is silence, 2 is a slow clap, 3 is applause, 4 is a round of applause, and 5, of course, is a standing ovation. I would give Cryptonaturalist a 4 to 5. This show is one of the most innovative podcasts around. There is real energy and passion behind this project, and it shows. For my taste, the narration is a bit of a labor to listen to for so long. That may be my fault though, since I binged all the episodes in 2 days. I feel the show could be slowed down just a bit. There is really so much happening in that short 20-minute window. I would recommend this podcast to lovers of imagery, creativity, and novel ideas. If you're the type that likes the idea of dedicated podcast time, make a cup of tea, set aside 15 to 20 minutes, and really soak this show in. So that's been the show for today. I hope you found it valuable. If you wish to reach out to me, you can find me on Twitter at PodApplaud or send an email to podapplaud@gmail.com. Thank you for listening, and please tune in again.